Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock. We back at it for another one. Welcome back. Episode 20, man. We officially hit the big 2-0. Yes, and we had to bring it on double today. We got the Darius in the building, and we got Will, two of our most specially requested guests, and we had to bring them in today, both at the same time for the special event.
Feel the love.
All right. Other than that, we got the whole gang in the building. Money Mo, Shawnee, yes, Big sir. G. We ready to get right into it. We took a week off, man, but we got right back to the hustle. Let's get straight into it. Money Mo, what we got today?
Yes, sir. We're gonna start off with that Dababy and Danny Lay, her brother. Fighting at the bowling alley. A lot of slipping, sliding going on. We're gonna talk about Kanye and his rants. Kanye been in the media. Kanye been in the media. Kanye been in the media. We're gonna talk about him and his rants on Instagram, all that. We gotta talk about the NFL. The Super Bowl went down. We're gonna talk about, some Ravens stuff. And we're going to talk about the Lakers' struggles, some NBA talk. We got to talk about Joe Rogan again, Him and Kanye have been the two main dudes in the media recently.
Slow Rogan.
We're going to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson, the whole smoking thing with a Russian Olympus, Camila Valieva, had the same situation happen to her. And she got to participate. We're going to go down that. And the last two, we're going to talk about why is cheating so high nowadays. That's big,
Answer
and then
for
we're going
that.
to talk about, for the final one, we're going to give us all a story about a crazy event that has happened to us. Without further ado, let's kick it off with Dababy.
Are you laughing to the first topic?
That Danny Lay, that fight at the bowling alley, man.
And let's get an overview. So what happened a while back, we covered it on the pod that Dababy and Danny Haley had a little situation where the police was called and everything. So, her brother had to get his honor back of his sister, you know what I'm saying? So it was only right that he went to the bowling alley, solo dolo, squared up with Dababy. And like Mo said, they had a slip and slide fest on the bowling alley tracks, man. But it did look like Dababy was giving them the beats, but my man was severely outnumbered. But, you got to pay the respects for going solo dolo out there. And what's your thoughts on the whole joint?
Yeah, that doing crazy, bro. Like, I was like, my thing, and it's coming out now that her brother is trying to sue Dababy, you know what I'm saying? I think he got a good chance to win it. But it's like, if they fighting at a bowling alley,
I'm saying they slipping and sliding, you said? Like, don't they wax the floors there?
They slipping and sliding on the floor, fighting each other.
Man, what y'all think about the jumping, though? What was you saying, Z?
I was gonna say, did he pull up, just to fight him, or was he there and it turned into a fight? Like, not knowing the whole.
It's a little unclear. Like, from what I seen, since the Super Bowl was that weekend, everybody was pulling up to the city, and it was like a industry event, right? So that I think that's part of the reason why he tried him, because it was an industry event. They're gonna have security, and most people getting patted down and everything. So it was like, no harm, no foul. It was one of the safest places than catching them on the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Nah, but even when they were fighting, Dababy really wasn't even swinging. It was his bodyguards that were hitting him. So it was them that were getting most of the punches.
What a safer place to fight than a bowling alley, bro.
I mean, maybe if it was off the hardwood, wherever that little slippery alley, whatever you call it, slippery slope, as Nathan said.
Slippery alley, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was bowling alley, I feel like it would have been, would have made sense. But I don't know. Not knowing the whole, kind of knowing the whole story is just it's one against 5 of them, And not only that, it's like you got the 2 big ass bodyguards that are gonna like, even if you hit him, it's not gonna affect him.
But the baby, his career is gonna be so short. All the lawsuits he got, everything.
I feel like he keeps coming. He keeps coming in the news for
I know, but I feel
being
like a lawsuit
canceled,
will
right?
get him back. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he did the I don't know if it was a recent, but I saw it on Instagram recently. He came on one of the radio shows and did the Push and P this freestyle on it. It was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
That joint was fire. I mean, but like Z said, like it's a consistent theme. You got Walmart, you got the joint in like, was it the Louis store with the one that beat itself or peed itself or something, and then you got this joint, and this seems like controversy always following.
The money with the kids, wasn't that him too?
The money.
Oh
kids,
yeah. The snacks.
Where the kids was like
right,
$100 to $200. Yeah, so he's just. I feel like people always trying to cancel him, but he's being in the news for like this is his last time being canceled.
But this is the thing, and it's I think only Boozy the only one to accomplish this. He's coming to that point. He becoming uncancelable. Nobody can cancel Boozy, no matter what. This dude, Lil Boozy, told people commit suicide. He told Lil Nas X on Twitter, not even hat, to commit suicide and all this stuff. And Boozy not being canceled. So it's like the baby getting to that point. It's like that's untouchable.
You got to discuss what canceling is. It's only like Boozy.
The HIV
I think,
stuff too,
mostly is he making his money independent. Like if you don't answer to nobody, you can't get canceled, right? I mean, we'll talk about that later with the Joe Rogan situation, but it's like you only can get canceled if somebody is withdrawing support from you. If you didn't support or, you getting your money and answering to nobody, there's no such thing as
that's
canceled.
true.
I mean, I feel like us hosts are talking a lot. Let's have our guests' opinion. What do you guys think? Will or you guys?
About being canceled?
No, about the whole situation, though, just the whole baby situation, or even being the cancel. Yeah, just in general. How do you guys?
I feel like a lot of people just have a tendency to show their ass in public,
Yeah.
Question, Hubbard, are you going to defend your sister's honor? Do you think he should have got involved at all?
Okay, so his sister grown, right?
Yeah. He
I feel like
nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so explain to me, what did he do to the sister?
They had a I guess she hit him. She like showed up to the house or something, and then he asked her to leave. She wouldn't leave, and I think she hit him, and like he called the police on her, and it was a big scene on Instagram Live.
Right.
They was just arguing back and forth.
Right. And they got a baby together too. That's a big thing.
Yeah. So
so it sounds like she got no problem like speaking up for herself or like fighting for herself, right? The only time I would ever intervene is if I felt like my sister was in a situation where she couldn't defend herself. And I had that happen like this past Christmas, where this dude, apparently he was a psycho, and he like shot a gun through her wall or some shit to scare her. And when she told me that while he like went to the bathroom, I like put down my drink, got all serious and shit. It's like, I feel like what the baby did was like a publicity stunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like unnecessary. Like you could have argued that he was trying to defend her honor or whatever. But like at the same time, I felt like she didn't need his assistance in the matter.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
He's just like, this is my sister. I'm about to go just like fight this dude in public.
And it's probably like you said before, it's like, you having a baby with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women out here, they could change people like that. And it's like, wow. So it's like, she knew what she was getting herself into.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like the most non-joking thing I said in the entire time I ever been on the show.
I'm done.
Right.
But yeah, also that her brother is a rapper as well, so this is a good way for him to try to promote himself and get a little shine, and especially since now that he's gonna try to sue the baby for that scuffle.
Right.
He might hit a little come up, man.
Yeah, because all they got is the video of him, the baby punching him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't got what happened before. I don't think nobody recorded that. Somebody might have something to bowling alley.
There was somebody else that was there too. When I like I saw other videos. There's a lot of celebrities. I mean, you guys talked about it being a big event.
The strong muscle man. They be
he was
dancing
there,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Darius, what you got, man?
Man, that stuff is crazy, man. Like, yo ain't right. He's a gump. He's a gump.
Who? Baby or the other yo?
The other guy is a gump.
Oh my. Yeah. Gump no forest.
You're supposed to be a rapper, but you suing. Come on, y'all. I hope you're talking about, rapping police lyrics. Come on now. He's a gump.
Yeah, that joke. Yo, speaking of that, what y'all thoughts on like they talking about like I think certain cities trying to pass where like your lyrics can't be used against you in court.
They need it, man. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
You say your what can't be used against you?
No, I'm talking about like
rap lyrics.
Like the drill artists, rap lyrics.
I think Maryland's one of the only states where you actually can use the lyrics in court.
And somebody got prosecuted for that in Annapolis.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he got charged with murder, and they had a rap song having some details in it. And the Maryland Supreme Court ruled that it was upheld.
Yeah. Hey, but at the same time though, you should be rapping about stuff like that. You're supposed to stay quiet if you're doing stuff like that.
You know what?
If you just showboating, you
look what Yo Gotti said. I know y'all listen to CM10. He was cut.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He ripped everybody off with that free verse though.
Yo said it ain't no rap in my cap. No cap in my rap.
Hey, Gotti doing big things.
I don't know about that.
He got DC United.
Man, what's next, yo?
Right.
Moving on.
All right, Kanye rants, man.
Yo, Kanye been going crazy, yo. You got it.
Kanye crazy.
I don't see nothing wrong with Kanye.
Nah, yo.
Man, but y'all can see.
Nah, Kanye, I'm with
girl
Kanye.
up, yo, he crazy.
Nah, yo. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
There's both sides to it. It's like I know he's doing the most, like going after her, but the only thing that not her, it's like the kids that matter, right? Like at the end of the day, if she don't like him, like it is what it is. But having 4 kids, that's very significant. Like that's so important. Not only that, right now the kids are having like seeing all this.
Crazy. He cuffed a freak.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing to that. I mean,
I did see that.
Famous and stuff.
I did see that ever since she got with Pete Davidson, like Kanye been going after him on social media and stuff.
Yeah, he's been going at him even today.
So a quick summary of what's kind of going down is, I mean, a while back we covered the whole situation with the kids and the birthday party. Ever since then, it's just kind of been back and forth. There was a whole situation with the TikTok and Kanye not wanting his daughter to be on TikTok, and then more and more arguments pursued over social media. And then, eventually it just came to Kanye dissing Pete and going off on rampages.
Give him another name.
What do you call him?
Pete. Pete.
I'm dead, yo.
Yeah, I just think it was crazy that in the divorce, like she got the house and he got a stadium, and like I guess he was at the game, like at the stadium that he was like up under the game, like sleeping and shit. And people was asking him what he gonna do after the game. And he's like, I'm gonna go downstairs and go to bed. And like,
that Hawk shirt.
Yeah, like somebody saw there was a video of him at the game, like leaving it or whatever, and he had on like a stocking cap like over his face. Like I saw it, I was like trying to like hide his face or something from the cameras or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
So he had on the stocking.
It do come up crazy.
Yeah, he had on the stocking cap on his face and like the Eddie Murphy delirious outfit.
Yeah, that dude, bro. It's real funny though, but it's just like he could do anything he wants to.
But it's wild that he's kind of using like the platform of social media to help him, but it's also very like it's killing because it's like we're knowing so much of his personal life that like you know what I mean, like that. But like he's just like another person for real. Like he's just putting all of his information out. Like
I feel like it just comes with the territory of being famous because like they always got to be on the lookout for paparazzi.
When you got an album coming out.
Yeah, that's another thing I was ready to ask y'all. Like, how much of y'all you think this is real? I mean, I know there's probably like some tension from the divorce and stuff, but how much of it is just album promo, man? He just trying to get the people
Yeah.
stirred up, especially with him saying that Cuddy not going to be on the joint, man. Them people was going hard on Cuddy. Yo. They said Cuddy only had 2 songs, Pursuit of Happiness and Day and Night. Out of
Right.
them joints, I
Oh,
ain't heard
hey.
nothing from yo. Seen him wearing a couple
Nah,
strange outfits. I've seen him
he's
wearing a
put out
couple
a few other
strange
good
outfits.
songs.
Wasn't he the one yo that had like the green skirt and like,
Yeah.
yo,
I saw
He
him
got
in a
some
white.
hardcore
I saw
fans.
him in a
Cuddy-
white dress
Cuddy
with
kinda
like full
strong.
face makeup, bro. That shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
My
I was
man,
like, what
He
is
got
he
a lot of core
doing?
fans. I'm not one of them. That was
Darius
good, bro.
might be.
Nah, Cuddy got some good songs. He's got Soundtrack to My
Day
Life
and
is a good one. Up and Away. That whole
He's like,
album.
what
he
else
made
after
on the
that?
move.
Say
Nah, the one song with Kanye.
Day
what
and
had
Night.
That's Man on the
it wasn't
Move.
Day and Night. No, it's not Man on the Moon. It was about
All right, so he got 5 songs.
He got 2
What?
songs. He got 2 hits.
Hold on. I'm gonna search it up for you. It's
I
Kanye and
know
him.
they
I
was
forget.
bumping that Kid Cudi and Savannah Park heavy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they do. I ain't gonna lie. They got some hardcore fans out there. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, the Bengals quarterback. Oh, Erase Me. That was a big song. That song was talking about.
Yeah, I think he more like the people like the scene, like the press kids. He was on that type of. He loved it.
I don't really know Kid Cudi by his music, but I know he was in that 2013 movie Need for Speed. I love that movie.
He not only that, he
Day
made
and Night. Come on now.
but
He said, "Come on now."
What?
That was Mo's favorite rapper back in the
Never
day.
mind.
Couple years ago.
Oh man, I put Darius on all that old Wayne, bro.
I don't like Lil Wayne.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, not now. Back then.
Kodak the best rapper out right now.
Stop it.
Man, what's y'all predictions for the Ye album drop next week, yo? Y'all
I don't
got
think
any-
it's going like.
It's going
But
to
at the
fly.
same time,
No.
but when you think about it, though,
What do you mean?
how
it's
many
gonna
kids?
flop?
How many kids they got together though?
Who?
Kanye. Is it like 4? So think about it. Like you in the media, your wife getting ran through.
2 kids and
you
kids,
still
2 sons and
technically
2
married.
daughters.
You still technically on paper married. He definitely going crazy. It ain't really. He don't really care about the album. He
Not only
already got
that, I mean,
money.
think about it realistically. Look, like the oldest daughter, what's her name? North? Is that
North.
her name? So imagine like she's probably old enough to know what's going on, and she's seeing like her
Right.
parents go through all this, and her mom being with her dad being with someone. I mean, I don't know. I feel like her at the end it's
Her
going to affect her.
mom
Like,
The TikTok-
seeing how crazy her dad's going, I feel like that's going to affect the kid.
Yeah, but like with TikTok too, she don't need to be on it. I know, like.
Hey,
not-
yo, did y'all
kids
see
supposed
those?
to enjoy life?
Yeah. Did y'all see them comments under her TikTok, yo? One comment was like, "Hey, you know how to play Cash App?"
Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah.
Yo said, "You know how to play Cash App?" That joint had like 28,000 likes. He was like,
Yeah.
He's like, North, you ever played Cash App?
I'm done.
One joint
man.
was like, "Hey, tell your parents we're poor." I was
That is funny, bro.
Them people going crazy. Yo.
But from Kanye's defense, though, it's like, yo, like nobody, it's creeps out here.
Yeah, no, he's right. That kid,
Yeah,
that
he's
whole
right.
TikTok thing, he was right. The TikTok part, he was
Right.
right about the kids.
I
I
was
just
like,
think
you're not
like,
supposed to take it. Yeah.
I mean, I just think like him going after Kim is like, all right, like you gotta let that go. But the kids, I understand.
Yeah.
You gotta, I guess, like play your part. Like, you know what I mean,
Right.
split your
Come
roles or
on.
whatever, move on.
Nah, yo, how you gonna go from Kanye West to Pete Davidson? You don't think that's a dig?
I mean, that's
like,
her. That's
That
her.
is- that
if
is-
it
that
was
is, bro.
Drake, if it was somebody to Pete
If
Davidson,
I'm Kanye,
yo,
if I'm
Pete
Kanye, I'm not even
Davidson?
hating.
I mean,
Nah,
he was
yo.
dating another celebrity before that.
It don't
Yeah,
matter,
that's
yo.
okay,
Pete,
yeah.
Was it
I mean,
Selena
maybe-
or forget or Ariana? One of them. He was dating somebody big
Yeah,
before
Ariana,
that.
yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Pete Davidson, he was with Ariana Grande for a while before
yeah.
Kim. Now,
Yeah.
Kanye
I mean, so
did something so bad,
Yeah.
yo. She had to leave the black people, yo. She
That's
went back
okay,
to
yeah,
the
that's
white
true.
man.
Yeah.
Kanye
maybe she
did
just
something
wanted.
so horrendous that she went back to the white man. What did he
Yeah.
do? Yo?
I mean, he
What did he
didn't he leave Amber for her? So I mean, somebody said that the curse of Amber. I saw it on Twitter. It was like the curse of Amber is gonna rub off
Yeah.
on you, like because he left Amber
Yeah.
for her. So you know,
Once the Kardashians get the black kids, they good.
Maybe she just wanted to change her attitude to somebody funny.
But honestly, if I'm Kanye and I'm like, all right, my wife dating Pete Davidson, I'm not even hating. Like, as long as not somebody like Drake or something like Gary said.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, he cool. Let me do my thing now. But that's embarrassing on his part to take it back, in my opinion.
You
Like, she already get ran through in the public.
I know. He got that auto tune going, bro.
Hey, yo left out. Yo dropped
You on
out.
that kid cutting.
Hey, yo, Darius, you back, bro?
Yeah, I'm on a roll right now.
No,
I had a
man.
little bad signal.
I knew he was driving.
I'm in here cutting. No. I just can't wait till y'all get these topics so I can really chime in on it, talk my shit, you know?
All right, man. What's next?
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, what's the
Is Joe Rogan?
the
All right,
yes, do
Joe
that's the Super
Rogan's
Bowl.
racist.
Oh, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl Ravens talk, little quick joint.
Man, I really
You know what
thought
I'm
the
saying?
Bengals was gonna win this
Hey,
time.
I'm glad that Joe Burrow like died down. They talk about he was the greatest in the NFL right now. I'm like, bro,
Joe Shiesty
First-
the fraud. You give me that.
Bro.
You give me T. Higgins and Jamar.
Jamar
make everyone
yeah.
wanna see it.
And Jamar Chase was taking half of his throws. He would throw a slant. Jamar Chase taking it halfway down the field. And people always talk about offensive line, but when Lamar got tackled, it was Lamar's fault. When Joe Burrow gets tackled, it's the O-line's fault. So it's double standard there all the time.
You want to talk about double standard?
All I seen Mo doing a whole lot of hating on Bengals on Twitter.
No, they're so lucky that they even made it. What do you guys think about the halftime show though? I think that was an all-time like classic. Like to be able to, I feel like you couldn't do it with modern day singers or rappers right now or like hip hop because I still feel like it's so many of them. But these like I feel like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, like this is like everybody loved them when you were younger. So I feel like it was a perfect
Them
I
baby
still love
boomer
Snoop
white
Dogg.
folks. Them baby boomer white folks was having a fit.
Yeah.
Oh, Darius, you're in the Matrix, my boy. You're in the Matrix.
Yo, you know the Super Bowl halftime performer, they gotta pay, right? They don't get paid.
They have to pay?
Yeah, you never knew that. I mean,
No,
it all comes back. Their sales.
They pay to be.
They
pay to be in the halftime show.
They pay like not that much. They don't get paid for it. They pay. Of course, their albums go up after that increase. So it's a win-win situation.
So they just paying for publicity.
Yeah, they don't get paid from the NFL. Don't give them like $7 million.
Well, it makes sense. Yeah, you're getting a lot.
Yeah,
of
it makes sense.
exposure. Yeah, you're getting so many eyes on you during the halftime show and exposure to people that maybe didn't even listen to you before. But
right,
I think they said that joke was like one of the second most watched events in the last like decade or something like that.
But you see, man, remember a few weeks ago, I was telling y'all like the NFL is doing numbers and going back to the coaches, what we were talking about. So it's so like such a business to them to have that image of what they were. I know we're not talking about this now, but
my thing about it, like Flacco was getting his deal was $20 million a year 7 years ago. QB's now going to get paid like $50 million a year. Imagine in like 20 years from now. Like, yo,
I mean, that's the cost of everything, though. That's not just like money.
Right.
That's not just NFL. It's like look at Michael Jordan's contract compared to right. So
yeah, Scottie Pippen signed like a 7-year.
Michael Jordan was underpaid though. Michael underpaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you in the Matrix.
He turned off the auto-tune for that.
Too?
Nah, he's good.
Like, oh, he's good. Thought it was like going away. Fading away like Michael Jordan's jumpers. Like,
am I good now?
Yeah, you straight.
Yeah, you straight.
Man, he was underpaid, man. They gotta give Lamar $42.5 million.
Yeah. He's gonna get like 40-30.
You know Lamar ain't getting no big contract. Yeah, I can tell y'all that.
How you getting that?
Nah, he's gonna. I think he's gonna get like. It's this year, right? This is the year he's a free agent.
One day I hear we don't pay him, somebody else will.
Yeah, he'll be going.
If the Ravens don't play Lamar, I'm gonna sell my PSLs. I don't care no more. I'm not supporting the club.
Nah, they will. Harbaugh loves Lamar. So does the city. So
I think he just bet on the stuff like Flacco did the Super Bowl year.
Man, is this his last? Is this contract expired this year, or is it what's?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got to get it this off season. We're gonna know what he gets
next off season.
Okay, so but we can franchise him twice though.
Oh
yeah, that's good. But then even though he'll still get a good number, but he wouldn't want that. Like he wants protection for the long term. He wouldn't want a 1 year. if he gets injured, and the way he plays, it's vulnerable to get injured.
We got good organizations, better than Steelers. He's like,
oh my god! All right, I'm about to end the podcast right now. It's like,
moving on.
The Steelers got a lot to do with that quarterback. We go get Malik Willis, first round.
Facts. Y'all gonna trade up for him? Watch. Remember, I said that.
Yeah, no, we about to get a lot of people. They said, no, I heard about. I wouldn't mind Jameis Winston. Yo, I'm actually looking at it. I feel like
I'll be glad if y'all get him.
No, I'm telling you, Jameis Winston's not bad. I know he throws a lot of interceptions,
but he's not AFC.
He gambles a lot.
AFC. He's not AFC.
He's gambled. Yo, he was 7-3 before he got injured, or 5-3. So not in the 5-3.
Yeah,
like
he
7 and
Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes.
Yo, but yeah, the defense will take care of it. It's not just him to offense doing it. It's a team sport.
No, Justin
Herbert. Justin Herbert's nice. Justin Herbert's
He's a beast, bro. That dude is crazy. He better than Joe Burrow.
Why is he not winning?
Yeah, he's easily better than Joe Burrow. He's easily better than Joe Burrow. Yeah, it's a team sport. It's not just one thing. Jameis Winston comes, it's not just gonna be when
you really think about it.
It's not just gonna be him doing everything on offense. We got JJ Watt. They said TJ Watt, and they said we might get Stephen Gilmore. And Malcolm Butler's a free agent, might come back. You never know what we do, man. Exactly.
Let me ask y'all this. Y'all think the Super Bowl was rigged, yo? This is the second year that the host city's team won the Super Bowl.
That flag at the end was a little. That flag at the end was a little weird. I ain't gonna lie.
The what was?
I'm not gonna lie. The flag at the end.
Yeah.
On Logan, well, that was a little. I was happy.
I mean, who's hosting next year, man? I'm ready to put my money on that team.
I think it's Raiders. I think it's Las Vegas.
Cardinals.
The Raiders are the year after.
Cardinals. Yeah. Oh yeah, they Super Bowl. I'm manifesting it right now. Cardinals 2023.
Hey, put some on the bet line. You might
put Lamar versus Kyler up there and see who's gonna win.
Oh,
Lamar every time.
Kyler can't throw the ball.
He's young. You have to realize that was his first time being in a big like playoff game. Like
they had
in a playoff game. They criticized. He deserved the same thing.
He'll be all right. Next time he goes, he'll be all right.
Martin Andrews got that pass against the Titans. That changed the whole momentum of the 2019 season. They had
exactly. Your team
Murray.
is trash.
They had
your best player got passes.
Now look at it. They had Kyler Murray mic'd up, bro. He be annoying. Yeah,
bro. Like what was
like? He be like he'd do an interception. He was yelling at the receiver like crazy, and it wasn't like an interception where like the receiver ran a bad route. I gotta show you that too. We'll talk about it. Let's
all right, man. What's next?
Joe Rogan, the man of the hour.
All right, let me get a brief layout.
It's time for him to be canceled, and us black men to stop supporting him.
That's a fact.
We know, yo, it's Jungle.
Let me get an amen.
Jungle joke he had. That was good. Look, man. I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot of covert racism going on now. Seriously, yo. I cancel him, yo. You're not right no more, yo. I got a lot. Well, all my white friends talk about he's not racist. Man, he's racist, man.
All right, let me go ahead
and
an overview real quick. So,
because he had two black people on the show. Come on, now, I'm not there.
So y'all, like last time we covered Joe Rogan and the whole COVID situation. So now some new information came to light. They dropped a compilation tape of Joe Rogan using the N-word numerous times. It had to be over 30 times, yo. And I say the N-word like not with the A-yo, hard ER. Like, yo, I think he dropped that joint more than I can't even count on one time. At the time I said the hard ER, yo. My man was having a blast in that video. And then, you had the people coming out. He put an apology video out, and all these people coming out to simp and Kate. Man, I even seen Jay Prince and coming out for him. Man, it's crazy. I'm gonna let y'all go around and see what y'all think. A lot of people saying it was out of context, man. You gotta have context. They were saying that it was over 10 years ago, and it was just excuse after excuse after excuse. Let's go around, man. What's your thoughts? I'm gonna save mine for the end.
You go first. I'm gonna say mine. I
go mine first.
All right, so I'll start. I mean, I feel like he's gonna get canceled. I feel like if not, he already is. I don't know if he's even doing shows right now. But my question is, was the Black community, does anybody even really, I mean, I personally didn't listen. I know he was doing numbers, but would anybody even ever, like, I mean, unless it was like a big person that was on or something was on, like, did anybody ever like even care for his podcast? His Opinions to Millions is the only podcast I even care about.
Who gave him permission to say it?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and the people saying that, like, the whole context stuff, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to say, even in teachers, like when you would be in school that would like be reading a novel or something and then the word would come up, and they'd be excited to like get the time to say it. So you can easily not say it. You don't have to just because it's like
you might get context for the A, yo, but it ain't no context for the ER, yo. Come on, yo. You know he too old, even if it was 10 years ago. It wasn't ever seen people on there, 10 years ago was a different time. It wasn't that different ago, man. Come on, yo. You knew what you were saying. You was trying to be a shock jock. And I mean, I'm saving my opinion. I got a whole solution.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. He's racist, man. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you something. He's racist, man. When he said that jungle joke, I said,
I forgot about that.
What did he say?
Tell us about the jungle
joke.
Tell us, Darius.
He said they dropped him off in a jungle, and he's like it was all black people. He's the only white people, and I'm like, man,
Yo said they was going to see the planet of the heck.
Planet of the apes. He calling black people apes. Come on now, man.
There was another joint.
He's a culture vulture.
The culture vulture.
Black man on a video.
All right. So along with the N-word compilation, Hard ER, there was two other clips that kind of surfaced. There was the one where, like Darius just said, that he got dropped off at a movie theater. I guess it was in a black neighborhood. And he said that they were going to see Planet of the Apes. And when they walked into the theater, they were in Planet of the Apes, referring to all the black people as apes in the movie theater.
He did not say that.
Yes, he did.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, yo.
And he was trying to be like, I'm not racist. I'm like, no.
Yo said it was a joke.
Racist.
Right.
He did?
Yo, he walked in the movie theater and said we were in Planet of the Apes.
That's not a joke, bro.
And then the second one was, I guess there was some.
No way. That's wild.
And then there was another thing where they were talking about.
He literally
I guess
said
he
it
was
just
talking
like that.
about a mixed kid that was mixed with black and white, and he was like, "Oh, you got the both of best worlds. You got the athleticism from the black genes, and then you got the brain smarts from the white genes."
Yo,
I just had an epiphany, bro.
Yo, what the heck?
If he's secretly racist, that's probably why black people want Fear Factor, bro.
My thing about it, the people that try to defend about racism, black people can sense racism. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like before he said all of that, before all this stuff came out about it, I seen a podcast about him like probably 4 months ago. He was talking about kids in Chicago. He was like, "These kids should go to jail. They shooting at each other. Like, how hard is it just to get out the hood?" I'm like, bro, if you're a product of the environment, it's hard to come out of that. And he talking about like these little boys try to defend themselves. And the thing about it's no context to the hard ER. All you gotta do is say the N-word. Be like, N-word this, N-word that. Only context you can get is if you like a slave in a slave movie, like the Django Unchained or something like that. That's the only way you can really
like
get
12 years a slave.
That word is too sensitive to us to be like, oh, it needs context.
Yes, sir.
And the secret racist people that we need to focus more on the people that like, they'll say like Black Lives Matter, but they'll end up like defending stuff like that because they know it gets black people mad.
All right, that. I agree with you, Mo. I'm ready to be all over the place. And standing at Mo's last point, like I'd rather deal with the covert than the overt than the covert, right? So like, I'd rather deal with the people that will say it and then say like, what you gonna do to me? I'm not changing. Then the people that's gonna apologize and because you set the standard so that a person that really wants to cause you malicious intent knows what they can and cannot say in order to navigate the field, right? My whole problem with this situation is like, I mean, is he racist or not? I can't answer that. I don't know. But he knew what he was doing by saying the N-word, yo. Come on. The hard ER
Right.
numerous times. I don't care if they said he was quoting people, he was making jokes, or he was doing like, there was one video clip where he was daring somebody to say it. He's like, it's such a strange word. I bet you won't say it. I bet you won't say it. I bet you, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the fast, like, what is you so infatuated with where you gotta say the N-word? Like, he was literally like, it was a minute, like, I bet you won't say it. I bet you won't say it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what was wrong. It's like if you chilling with your girl is chilling with some of her friends and like they calling each other the B word, like, and you walk in there and call one of them the B word, it's not really be received the same. It's like, what would be, they're not trying to compare the N-word to the B word, but like what possesses you to do that? Like, why do you want to say it? And then it's like, for me, like Mo said, there's no context for the ER versus the A. Right. Now we
such a strange word. Why don't you just call her a female dog?
So now we get into the whole like the chessboard and things. If you look at big picture, like they obviously trying to galvanize the Black people in order to accomplish whatever. Yeah, they trying to cancel Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan has such a large following. And first thing is like they're gonna fail with the Black people because most Black people don't support Joe Rogan anyway.
Right.
You can't cancel something you didn't support at first, right? So they trying to galvanize the anti-vaxxers and the vaccinated people. You seen Spotify with they backed Joe Rogan. They didn't say, they said they're gonna add a little like announcement before the episodes on COVID. So that didn't work. Then they dropped the thing on the N-word compilation tape and all the racist jokes. I mean, it's been out there for a while. It's like, you can be mad. We are mad, but at the same time, I mean, I didn't support Joe Rogan. So, you know, I might have watched an episode or two. I stopped watching, like I watched an episode or two when he used to be on Facebook, and he had this one dude on there that was talking about Black people got a gene in their brain that makes them more angry. And I was like, that's enough of this.
He pulled that right out of Django, bro.
I was like, that's enough of this. There is something to be said by the Black people being outraged and being used as a pawn to get other people what they want. So I don't agree with that. So yeah, so I think if the Black people are going to boycott Joe Rogan, which is going to be hard because a large majority of us didn't listen to him before, but we should position it so we get something out of it, not just go tear him down and don't get nothing, because the people that are orchestrating for us to get mad are going to get something out of tearing Joe Rogan down. So that's all I say. Don't be used aimlessly. I didn't support him anyway, so I mean, it's no harm, no foul. But for him to come say context, I don't care if he was quoting or not. Like
you pulled that right out of Django, bruh. There's this part at the back of the skull that makes Black people more submissive to white people.
Yo, and like
that racist shit, man. Fuck all that.
But then why is it so like, then another point is like, I don't keep want to berating this joint, but like, why is it always when it happens to the Black people, it's like, all right, get over it, man. He said that, oh, it was 8 years ago. Man, we just seen 2 weeks ago, Whoopi Goldberg said that the Holocaust wasn't about race, and y'all got canceled her off the whole TV show. This
I saw that from like one of y'all, from like y'all previous episode, y'all talking about Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, racial epithets, and then she made a misstatement, I guess, by saying the Holocaust wasn't about racist, man, and they got her up out of here. And here you got a man saying N-word. Oh, he didn't call nobody the N-word. He was just quoting people. It don't matter, yo. Then you got people like Jay Prince on defending and all of these things. Like, yo, when it happens to y'all, I'm pretty sure if Jay Prince go in there and say some wild stuff about the Holocaust, Joe Rogan ain't going to give no speeches on his behalf, yo. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Ain't nobody standing up for them.
But this shows the low-key racist people that I was talking about. Like the people, this is like, because this shows, like I'm seeing people who I knew are racist. They don't say it out loud, but I know they'd be like, oh, cancel culture. I'm like, bro, this dude saying that Hardy, y'all. And it's like the people that were like, after the Rittenhouse case came out, we knew more details. We kind of split up. But the people who were defending Rittenhouse before that, they were the low-key racist people. They know it makes black people mad, so they just keep trying to pick at it. Like, oh,
Yeah, no,
cancel culture.
I feel like when there's like a subject like the Kyle Rittenhouse, like, and there's people that are saying that they're not racist, so they are.
Yeah.
What their take on the subject pretty much just tells you how they feel, right? Because
Exactly.
if they try to say, if they support Kyle, but when you talk to them like, I'm not racist, you know, you can tell it's like, yo, how are you ignoring the obvious?
Yeah, you can sense it. But like somebody did say too, it's like it's a lot of stuff being ignored. It's like you know, it's always a bigger picture to something that we got, but that's doing crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, with the Joe Rogan situation, to me, like I fall in the middle. Like I understand the outrage, but I don't understand the defending. But it's like if you act on the outrage, you're only giving those people what you want. So it's like as a collective, if we're gonna act on the outrage, man, we need to get something. So you seen Spotify put out
supporting everybody who support him.
Yeah. So, you know, people like India Irie were saying take their music off. Spotify put out a statement saying what Joe Rogan did was wrong and that they're going to be giving $100 million to causes, man. I mean, we start to stop getting fooled by this stuff. What happened last year?
I want a piece of that money.
George Floyd, when all these companies did so much money, man, all them money that got donated to BLM, where all that, man? They ladies, those two lesbians got houses on houses on houses, and we still sitting in the same position. Man, a dude just got killed the other day. He was sleeping in his apartment, no knock warrant. They came running in there, yo, and straight up murdered him. So I mean, all these money's being donated. So it's just like, yo, the way is with the black
shit happening.
They're gonna make noise, but you can pay them off and silence them because you always have one or two with their hands out trying to get a check.
I would like to see a donation to Black Service Members Association. I feel wounded.
I still can't imagine how much stuff was going on off camera. I just seen it now. Like when the cameras aren't on back that day. I can't imagine all the crazy stuff that went down.
Yes, you can.
Yes, man. What we got next, man?
Y'all got me aggravated.
Nah, the thing that pisses me off is the people like the people that be trying to justify that he's allowed to say that word and they not black. I'm like,
pissed off?
I'm like, bruh.
Yo, it's like the justification should be the second part of the conversation. It's like always when it feels like when it comes to the blacks, it's like, oh man, y'all got to get over it. Y'all got to get over it. Y'all got to get over it.
Right.
And you just had an example less than 2 weeks ago where you see how it goes on the other sides. When there's other groups of people, it ain't no questions being asked. It's straight action. Right. When it's this, it's like, oh, what was the context? Oh, what was this?
So I think this kind of goes into the next topic with Shikari, like similar. Isn't that what the next topic is? Yeah. So I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand. We can just go on to the next subject with that.
What's going on with right now? The Winter Olympics is going on in Beijing, I think. I mean, not Beijing, China, somewhere in China. But there's this Russian athlete, like a 15-year-old girl that I guess failed a drug test, and saying the excuse that I'm hearing is that she got her medicine switched up with her grandfather's heart medicines. And apparently she tested for 3 different heart medicines, and I guess they were banned on the list. So the committee got together and they made a decision to let her compete, but if she won, there will be no medal ceremony. So after that, like, announcement came out, Sha'Carri Richardson, which was the track star that took the world by storm over the last summer during the Olympic trials, and she got banned for failing a drug test for smoking marijuana. And we all know now because she said she was having some hard times when her mom had passed away and different things like that. So she was just pointing out, saying that it was unfair for her to get banned and not being able to participate in the Olympics, and they let this quote unquote white girl from Russia, you know, fail
She said it was a
and,
double standard.
yeah, still compete.
Nah, hey bro, I love Sha'Carri. I love everything she for.
I'm telling your wife.
I love, I'll say all the, but hey, the way she got burnt, them organ, the organ.
That was the party was getting to her, yo. She got,
bro.
she came in last, didn't
like,
she?
Yeah, she came in like she got burnt.
Dead
I'm like,
last.
bro, you lost all credibility. Like nobody even cared. Like, okay, the Olympics, you would have.
Yo, you know that was
credibility.
The hype getting to her by then, yo. All the attention.
That's true.
All the attention.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying in general, if you just compare the two drugs, like I don't know what was in that heart medicine, but I feel like people that are addicted to opioids, like just I don't know if that was the drug, but you know, any type of like painkillers,
coke
is a lot worse. Like is a lot worse than like marijuana, right? I'm not saying like do either or, right? I'm not telling anybody to do it, but like from both of them, the two, I know marijuana is so looked down upon, but I mean, I feel like opioids, if you're getting prescribed, I feel like that addiction is a lot worse for you and a worse drug. But you know, you see Sha'Carri, she got blacklisted where she couldn't even compete.
I mean, but marijuana could be a subscription too.
Yeah, and then in the state, I think she was in
level.
Oregon. It was legal in the state she was in.
Yeah.
But the other thing I want to add is that right now, Russia is banned from the Olympics for the whole doping thing. I believe it was in Rio. So like Russia doesn't even have an Olympic team. They have like it's called like ROC. It's like it's a way around it where it's like something people of Russia or something like that. So like on top of them, Russia being banned from the Olympics, and then you have people coming up with failed tests. Like, come on, yo. At a certain point, you got to draw the line.
Yeah. No, that's true. A lot of people don't know that too, because they banned.
Yeah, like Russia comes up and it's like a white flag with like ROC on it. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's like
I feel like the world is too intimidated by Russia too.
It's like Russia Olympic Committee.
The Russian Organization of Competition. Oh,
yeah, something like that.
I just made that up, bro.
I'm dead.
You're probably right, bro.
No way, bro.
But yeah, like you said, a lot of people scared of Russia too. So it's like
I heard today, just in the news, they try to file something against Ukraine. I know that the whole thing that's going on. They were saying that Ukraine did something. They're trying to like put it back on Ukraine that they're trying to do something. But man, if they ever were to go to war with each other, like, Russia and Ukraine, like it's World War III.
You ready, Mo?
That's all you, Hubbard. I'm sure.
Yeah, they was looking. What
do you mean?
They had a joint.
I came in here for the Camaros.
I did my time like that.
They had a joint on the news the other day and was like explaining like Ukraine's forces versus Russia's forces. It was like I think they were outmanned like 1-5 for like military people, and for like fighter jets it was 1-10 from Ukraine compared to Russia, and then like tanks it was like 1-7. It was like Ukraine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If it ever came,
I feel like with the like.
They
I feel like we have so much like money, like the U.S. Like nobody could really like do anything for real. Like as much as we spend on our military and defense, like we could like.
I mean, but people don't know about Russia too. People see how big Russia is, but only half of it is like livable. Half of it.
I heard it's on. They live mostly on the Europe. Is it Europe side or on the China side?
No, it's like below the tundra that they got up on the top half of their country.
Like if all of Russia was livable, they'd be unstoppable. Like,
Siberia, that's what it is.
Yeah.
No, I heard Siberia it's more on the East Coast is where they live, right?
Now if we go on the Arctic War, no, I'm just joking.
I won't be there.
Hubbard will be right on the phone.
I'll be frozen one step into the fight.
Man, at least Trump didn't get in office and we'd be at war with them people in China.
Yo, and this is the thing too. Like people keep saying just because they don't like Joe Biden, they're trying to justify having Trump back in office. I like, bro, we don't need none of them. We need somebody.
I just want to say something real quick. Darius, you sound like you lit, and I'm trying to get right there with you, bro.
Hey, yo, I'm going to tell you, yo, we got to stop. We got to give Joe Biden another couple of years to legalize weed, man. Seriously.
I'm good.
Let's give him 2 more years to get younger while we at it.
Yeah.
He like he'll die in office and he oh my God, yes.
But see, we really need to go vote for Ron DeSantis in Florida, the conservative governor.
Oh my goodness, yo.
You know who Ron DeSantis is?
We got a black Republican on the pod.
Yeah. You know who Ron DeSantis is, guys?
Yeah, yo, we know who Ron DeSantis is.
What's wrong with Republicans?
Yeah. Why as black men are we so loyal to the Democratic Party? It doesn't make sense.
Where are you getting these talking points from?
Y'all ever seen the movie? Y'all ever seen the movie
Undercover?
Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I got it from Dennis Sperling, the lawyer.
I'm dead.
Why as black men are we?
Y'all seen the movie Undercover Brother, bro? Like Dave Chappelle was like, name one thing the Republican Party's done for black people. One, and then like the smart dude was like, well, they were the party of Lincoln. they forced past the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed the slaves. And then Dave Chappelle was like, all right, now name 2 things lately.
They said, oh yeah, lately. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that is true. I don't care about politics, so it's like,
yes,
but I know, like, you know,
they free Kodak Black.
No, he bought that ASAP Rocky from.
Oh yeah, hey, Trump was doing his thing for the public.
Lamar,
y'all,
what's
I bet
his
y'all
name? Jello?
Stay there, Rihanna pregnant now.
Oh yeah,
I saw that. Yeah,
Jello.
Man,
lefties start staying in Europe. So.
Basically, that baby is a result of Trump.
That's dead.
Basically, low key.
Without Trump,
topics, man.
Without Trump, our baby couldn't be. Let's name him Donald.
Yo.
Dolan Trump.
Well, that's 2 topics, man. Why is cheating so high nowadays? Straight up social media.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
I'm saying all these filters and stuff.
Grass ain't always greener on the other side, man. It's too much.
And it's messed up with these algorithms too on these social media platforms.
They find out, they attack your brain.
Right.
Find out what you like.
I feel like, especially nowadays, like the idea of marriage is just so looked down on because a lot of people just don't want to be locked into that big of a commitment, especially if it goes south, they have to give up most likely at least half of their they got to split their assets down the middle with the spouse that's separated from them. And
what, say it again. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking
about? Cheating.
There
Why is cheating so high nowadays?
Man, because of that social media and the internet. That phone.
Yeah, he said that. But like with the whole marriage thing, it kind of goes back to like what I started off talking about, like commitment. It's like people don't want to be so locked into one thing. So while they're they got one foot in this door, they're out here like adventuring and like, you know, hooking up with all these other people. Like, cheating has become such a norm nowadays.
Let me ask you this, Will. Why is that such a concern about the divorce and taking half your money when the average black man makes $42,000 and the average white man makes 50,000? Most or the average dude, only 10% of people make over 10% of men make over $100,000 a year. Why is it such a concern about taking assets when the average person is barely making it? I don't really buy
exactly that. Because if you barely making it, you need every dollar that you can hold on to.
Nah, people put it like, oh, I'm losing something. Like I can't get married because I'm taking this big financial loss. Like y'all barely got anything 2 pennies to rub together in the first place.
Exactly.
You need each other.
But to somebody that do got something, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's a different conversation.
I thought he was going more into that.
Yeah, I thought my man was ready to be like.
But like my whole segment there was stemming off like, I guess, the reluctance to get into a commitment. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like people just didn't want to, like, especially, I guess, social media and like music and everything. Like it's become such a norm for people to have hoes, as some people put it.
Yeah, it's like a.
Hey man, I'm trying to be professional.
What Kevin Samuel say, Darius? High value man got options.
High value man.
Yo, I'm back. You know,
Got more lean. Listen,
can you guys hear me?
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Little brothers like Kevin Samuels is paving the way for us, man.
Yeah. But no, it's funny though. Like how we talk about double standards. Like if a girl out of high school, if an 18-year-old girl works at McDonald's, she independent and a hard worker. If an 18-year-old man working at McDonald's.
Yeah, they pieces of shit, bro. Like they dirtbags.
Hey, Mo posted that joint. I was dying, yo.
Yeah, that's
Yo, they had the light. They had the social media light on her voice. She was glowing. They had that joint all dingy and dirty looking. They had that man looking bad, yo. Ooh, they had that cash register glowing.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like we was talking about, like you know, it's all these requirements females got. You know, out here, it's like, yo, why can't males have the same requirement? We can look back.
You mean like why can't we have equally as high standards for significant others as females do for us?
Like they got to provide. They got to be on all this other stuff. I mean, of course, a man's job to provide, but like he got to be this. He got to this, that.
Because they won't settle for anything other than they pipe dreams, bro.
Social media, man, it's too many Cinderella's, Beauty and the Beast. Man, it was way too many Disney movies going up.
There's too many people who feel entitled.
Facts.
Yeah.
I had a chick walk up to me at a bar the other day, just walked up to me from her friends, was like, hey, what's up? So you want to buy me a drink? I was like, who are you?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
She looked all confused and shit and like walked away.
Buy you a drink. Should have been like, you support
it's only gonna get worse. My thing, I don't understand why rich people, like celebrities, what's the point of them getting married? Like I can see like with me, like if they Christians, you know what I'm saying, they follow the Bible and stuff.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Like, they're human at the end of the day. They
like me, like I follow the Bible for marriage.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like people will make mistakes, but
if you're rich, you just gotta watch out for two. Like you Drake can't trust any woman to get married to unless it's like Rihanna, somebody on the same network as him and stuff like that.
I'm saying,
someone the same status.
Like Kanye just let us know recently. Yeah, they're human. They want a family too. I mean, just because they're famous, they might be like having their fun. But I feel like
Jeff Bezos probably never get married again. Like,
yeah, but now Drake got to worry about people like taking the condom out of a toilet and filling themselves up, bro.
Yeah.
Be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're sick out here. Women out here.
Yeah, there's some security in the marriage, yo. I think it's like at the end of the day, it's like for people just want to settle down. Like, ain't nobody trying to stay out in the streets all.
Yeah,
even for the rest of their life, I know.
It's, after a while, it's like, all right, man.
Yeah.
That's like at the end of the day, you go back home and you like go home to the same woman. She's like, you know that she got you at the end of the day.
What you gonna be doing at 75 when you got bunions and you need to take that arthritis medicine? You got doctors.
I don't know about 75, bro, but I know this club in Pensacola, Florida called Seville's, and every time I went there was the same 68-year-old dude just up in there dancing like he on LSD or something, having the best time of his life, bro. Yeah. I think you've seen him too, bro. It's like kind of chunky white dude, old, got gray hair, just in there spinning like in circles.
Yeah.
I'm dying, man.
And he living it up.
We're going to the last topic.
All right, man. Getting ready to close this joint out. What's next? Last topic.
The craziest event that has ever happened to you.
Oh, crazy story, yo. I got a crazy joint.
I got a crazy.
Let me go real quick. The crazy story. I was at one of my cousin's house. We was playing poker. We played for like change. I keep it all in like a Crown Roll bag. It was like the end of the night, maybe like 11 something. I was leaving out the basement. I walked up the steps, and next thing I hear, freeze. Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm standing there and I look, tilt my head over, yo. It's a whole line of police officers with AR-15 standing on the side of the house, and yo point the gun at me. I see the red dot on my chest. He's like, put your hands up, put my hands up. I got the Crown Roll bag dangling.
How old are you?
This was probably like 4 years ago, right? So when we were at the house, I got my hands up. I'm standing up there, the Crown Royal bag's dangling, and he's like, come over here. So I start to walk to him, and then he's like, hold up.
I'm saying, why you didn't run?
And then he's like, all right, come over here. So I start to move, and he's like, stop. And then I started yelling. I was like, what you want me to do, to come over there or stay? And he's like, all right, go back down the steps. Well, I took off back down them steps, and I come to find out that they was raiding the house next door. Yo, I was there. It was police everywhere. That joint was wild.
That's crazy, man. Was it summer 17?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it's probably like four. It was a little while ago.
Yeah, I got two quick ones. One, I was probably like 13. I remember I was sleeping at my grandmother's house. And I was like, I remember I woke up and I had a garden spider, a big garden spider, climbing down my throat. It was inside of my lips.
What?
Yo.
Pause.
Big spider. Yo, it was probably like two quarters. It was like on my chin, climbing. The legs were like touching my mouth. I woke
had its
up,
ass on your mouth, bro.
I woke up. I hit it away. I was spazzing out, and I never slept back. And then my other one. This is like kind of a crazy story too. My other one was my grandmother's house. It burnt down. It was crazy because like it was me, my little cousin, my aunt, and my other cousin. So my grandfather had went to the store. He went to Walmart for something. We went back upstairs. And the fire was downstairs. Like soon as he left, probably like 5 minutes after he left, gonna find out it was the lampshade against the lamp too long. But so we went upstairs with to go lay back in the bed and stuff like that. And then the only reason why we went back downstairs is because I had like a wrestling, like an action figure down there. It was like school. So I wanted to get all mine because I had them all in the bag upstairs. I was like, oh, I'm missing one. So I went downstairs. And I'm like, the one I wanted to get I knew it was downstairs. So I went down to get it, and it was a fire. Yo, that's crazy, bro. So if I wouldn't have got the action figure, bro, I would have to jump out the window, get my whole family out that joint. That's crazy.
So
bro.
if it wasn't for the action figures, like,
oh my God. So he's like,
I think the fact that you kissed some spider ass was crazier than that.
Yeah.
It's more wild that you're so excited about it.
Yeah, it's just crazy, bro.
Nah. But I don't got none, man. I've been trying to think. I can come up. I can tell you a funny story.
He's lived a very safe life.
Yeah, I've been a safe life. Nothing really exciting happened. I'll tell you a funny story. I used to work at Giant when I was in high school. I used to be like the little bagger. So this old white dude that came in, and he was like getting groceries or whatever, and I was like bagging him up. And he looks over to the cashier and he goes, does he speak English?
Yeah.
That was probably I started laughing. I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, he didn't even try to talk to me. He just looked at me and looked at the cashier. Does he speak English? I was like, bro.
That might be racist, bro.
Yeah, I don't got nothing.
That's messed up, yo.
50 Cent back in your right now.
Yeah,
I started speaking. I laughed first, and then I was like, yes.
That's messed up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, there's a Hubbard. It's like, no.
I mean, bruh. In my life, I've had a shit ton of near misses, but I think the one that really stuck out to me the most, and it's the reason why I can't go around anything like static electricity anymore. It's like even a car battery, like replacing a car battery, I gotta have somebody else do that shit. And when I was in 10th grade, I got hit by lightning.
That's cap, yo. That's cap. That's cap. Come on, yo. You gotta tell us this story. You just got hit by lightning.
It's not like I was outside, just like out in the open field, but like So I'm in my grandma's house, and it's like in the middle of a storm. You know how like your parents always tell you to like don't be playing with nothing plugged in the wall like during the storm. So I was on my phone. It was like an iPhone 6 at the time or whatever, and it was like plugged in the wall during the storm. My mom's like chilling on her bed with her boyfriend, who was the basketball coach at the time. So I was playing basketball, and like she had a couch in her room, and I was on that, and like all the lights was on in her room because I was in there just like doing shit on my phone, and the lightning hit the house. All the lights like flickered and shit. That shit went straight into my phone, and for probably about 10 to 12 seconds, I was just sitting there, just like, you know, like when you get electrocuted.
You wouldn't be alive. How is that possible?
Nah,
you know,
yo. You telling me the lightning? All right, so the lightning struck. Not only did it not hit like dead on anywhere else on the earth, it hit your house. All right, so then it hit your house, and it came through the electrical system, not to all the other 50 outlets, to the outlet you were charging, and it came through you, through your cable, in the
went
box,
straight into my phone, into me.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
So when it happened, so like I was still like conscious or whatever, and like I knew immediately what was going on in like those 10 to 12 seconds. So I was like, as much as I could move, I was like reaching to unplug the outlet from the bottom of my phone, and I finally did, and like everything stopped. Like I was sitting here just like breathing all heavily and shit, and my mom like is just like on her bed, like her boyfriend stopped what they was doing, and they just started like just staring at me, and they was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I just got like hit by this lightning, y'all didn't see it." The boyfriend was like dumb as fuck. He was like, "Oh, I thought you just got scared by the thunder." I was like, "Dude, my hair is smoking right now. Like I'm warm as fuck right now." And my mom like took me to the hospital. They said I was fine. They was just like, "Yeah, watch over him through the night. Just make sure he good." And like my phone stayed charged like 100% for 5 days.
What the heck?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
How'd you not make the news after that? Were you on the news because of this?
No. Because in my hometown, remember like all like the gang and like racism shit, like they had other shit to worry about. And plus my family's like super private, but I don't keep anything plugged in the wall during the storm anymore.
Yeah,
I'm also, but like if I'm outside though, like I'm not afraid of inclement or dangerous weather. Like it'll be a lightning storm, and I'm just like looking at the sky. Like I think I was playing basketball outside like 3 weeks after that, and lightning struck probably like 30 yards behind the basketball goal that we was at. Everybody else took off running, and I'm just like, look at everybody else run.
What the heck?
I'm dead, yo. Yeah, I know Darius got a story.
Is he even here?
Man, Darius.
He sleep.
I'm dead.
He's lit, so
Something does.
But yeah, bro, between like the lightning story, near miss car accidents, swimming with sharks in open water while bleeding.
You live on the edge, don't you, Will?
I mean, the whole shark thing, I didn't realize I was bleeding until like the shark showed up, and I was like, what could have attracted this thing here? And like this was all while I was in the water, like 6 feet away from this 14-foot tiger shark. And as I'm like moving around in the water, I see my hand, and it's just like gashed from when I had touched the reef earlier, because it was like, you know, parts of reefs are sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of pain that I like learned to block out, so that's why I didn't notice it. I just like saw my hand and saw the blood, and I was like, oh shit. It came like probably, yeah, like a little closer in from 6 feet out, and then it just took off, and then it like left me alone. But then when we swam back, because I was stuck in the current, that's why I was like out of open water in the first place. And my buddy like came and pulled me out of the current. We saw that shark, And then when we went back over the reef, we looked down and it was like other reef sharks and shit like attacking the fish and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, I just caused all this.
Is that part of your Navy SEAL training and blocking out the pain? They teach you that?
No, it's just something that I learned going through like with life. I think it stemmed from like, you know how like when you was in high school and like cup check was a thing or whatever? I'm for real. I'm being like totally serious. Like cup check was like a big thing back then. And like, I think one day I was walking in the cafeteria and I had like my plate and I walked by like a couple other members on like the basketball team and dude just randomly was like, cup check, hit me. I popped right back up and just kept walking. And he was just like, what the fuck? Like ever since then, I just started like blocking shit out.
I'm dead.
Yeah. On some other future ones, you definitely got to talk about more.
Yep.
Man. No, for real.
It's like
I'm still waiting on Darius, bro. He ain't saying nothing.
I'm on deck.
Darius, you good?
He's tossed right now.
I'm up listening, bro.
We waiting on your story, yeah.
Say it again.
Waiting on your story.
Man, crazy shit that just happened, bro, was I'm thinking about it. Huh? Can anybody else go first or no?
Yeah, we all
just
win.
finished.
That's my child. A crazy story about me. Oh, today. So I go to the casino. I got $25 free. They give you free gift. They give you free gifts when you gamble and shit. You know, like they come in there and pick them up. So I had a free gift, a purse for my mother. Played my little free play. Boom. Start hitting. I turned nothing into 350. Come on now. That's a crazy story. If you want crazier than that, I can let you know.
I'm dead.
When I was in college, I played the lottery for the first time. It was like, well, you pick 4 numbers and I won $5,000.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I put it straight towards college debt.
Hey, well, I'm gonna start hanging out with you, y'all. Seems like you got the luck.
The luck? I feel like it's bad luck.
Hey, you can say from lightning, you hit the lottery. Got bit by what was it, a shark?
No, I got scraped on the reef and the shark.
The octopus was.
Oh, you talking about, bro? The octopus wasn't dangerous, bro.
Yeah, that's wild, man. You got an exciting life. I'm over here barely. I just came up with it. Not came up with it, but the only story I could tell was the recent story that happened to me. 10 different stories that's going on.
I once got pulled over by racist cops.
What happened?
So like, I'm driving from I think Valdosta, Georgia, up to Byron, Georgia, because I'm trying to like pick up some cash from a relative. It was like they wanted to give me some money.
He's laundering money, Navy. If you're listening,
cash drops.
So they wanted to give me some money for like college or something, but they didn't know that I was out of college, so I was still gonna take the money. And as I'm driving, I'm in my mom's like new Nissan Sentra, and I just coincidentally happen to be surrounded by a whole bunch of like other like new Nissans. So I'm like, oh shit, it's like we're in a pack, even though I don't know these people. That's just like what happened when you see like other people on the same, like on the road with you that's in the same type of vehicle. And like cops pulled me over. None of us was speeding, but they tried to, like at the end of it, they tried to say that I was going 17 miles over the speed limit. But the way it started, when they pulled me over, they walked up, like hand on the holster, like ready to pull. And they asked for my license and registration. And I was like, yeah, here you go. Like gave it to them. And they said they got a report that some African-American dude was driving a stolen newer model Nissan, wasn't very specific with it. And then like I told them, I was like, yo, this is my mom's car. Like, look at the registration and everything. You can call if you want right now. He was like, nah, just keep your hands on the steering wheel. And then he asked me to pop the trunk. I was like, for what? Because he said they wanted to search my vehicle. And I remember because my mom's like career law enforcement. So I was like, yeah, my mom always told me, I literally said my mom, I was like, she always told me to never let people search my vehicle without a warrant. So they just like kind of held me there for like 30 minutes, pretending like they went to go get a warrant. And then they asked me if I like smoking or drinking or anything. I was like underage. I always followed the rules and everything. And I was like, no, because I hadn't drank or like smoked anything. Still never smoked weed. And they were like, all right, we're going to let you go, but we're going to give you the speeding ticket because you were going 17 miles over speeding limit. That ticket was like $480.
So what happened?
My grandma went to court and got that shit dismissed because they never showed up.
My brother lived to fight another day.
That was a good podcast today, man. Yep, I gotta pick some better topics so I can chime in, man.
Oh my goodness, yo, you be doing like 1,000 things, right? How about you get the topics, yo? You said that's what you want to talk.
Drink. Hey, yo, let's me and Darius pick the topics.
Huh?
Yeah, yo. Next week, send us the topics, yo.
All right.
All right.
I already got like 4 of them.
Well, with that being said, man.
But y'all just gotta listen when I tell y'all, y'all want to do these. We gotta bring Kevin Samuels on, see if we can give a good topic about Kevin.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Let's get Bernie on there too. Ask him how cold he was when he became a meme.
I'm dead.
And with that saying, man, stay safe. We out. Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.